Hi, friends. Today I'm going to give you a challenge. What do you see? Learning how to find beauty through the lens of faith. And if you like this video, at the end you can share it. You can also subscribe to this channel. That would be really good help for us. And also, you could put in a comment if you should like. So I want you to picture me in this picture. I am hooked up for walking when I was recovering and trying to learn to walk again. Picture me and how I looked hooked up for walking. So at first glance, what do you see in this photo? Maybe you noticed something black on my chest, looks like a bulletproof vest or something, a harness. Maybe you noticed my walker. Maybe you noticed a surrounding place that I was at the rehab. Maybe you noticed a brace that I had on my leg, if you can see it. I don't know what you may have noticed on this picture. And whatever you noticed would not be wrong. These are very, very real things my physical therapist used to assist me while I was in rehab. It depicted a very hard and difficult part of my story. Extremely hard. This harness around my chest actually connected me to something in the wall so that if he lost control of me, then I would be hanging, but I wouldn't fall. And that was important because at that time I was on blood thinners, and you don't want to fall when you're on blood thinners. Yeah, you may run into a bleeding pickle, like literally. So they were hard parts of my story, though, being hooked up, not being in control of my body and how I walk, and depending on prompting. It was difficult, not being able to make an independent step without that electrical stimulation. Like every step was a shock for me, electrical shock within the confines of the equipment that they were using. Not to electrocute me, but it was electrical stimulation that stimulated my muscles because I did not have control over those muscles yet. I only had a tiny, teeny movement. But because I was eliciting a little bit, they could stimulate the rest with electrical stimulation. But those were very hard, very difficult parts of my story. But what if I told you, though, that there's more to this picture? Look again. There's so much more to this picture. Do you see courage? Do you see vigor? Do you see progress? I couldn't even stand before. And I saw in myself a soul that kept going, a soul that kept pushing, a soul that did not want to give up. Do you see faith? It took to smile or even had a pleasant face that day. That same day, there were people who went right back to their rooms and said, I don't want to do this anymore. That same day, I had the courage to do it. I saw the prayers behind that pose. I saw the strength to show up. And when everything felt broken, everything felt broken. So look at that contrast. Now I'm going to show you some fun pictures. If you look here, you see that's me sitting in Jamaica, and those posts that I'm sitting in between, they look like ruins, and they are ruins. But I know the story behind those bars. If you look at these other pictures, you will see that they're continuations or additions to what we would call like aqueducts, or a part of a bigger sugar cane factory and plantation of which slavery was a part of it. But that's the hotel grounds. I think they saved some of those things for sightseeing. But when I saw it, I recognized quickly what it was. And you think about painful slavery and all of that. But looking around, there were also beautiful pictures. The ocean, they had turned it into a golf course. It was a walking trail as well. So those sites were on the way to a power walk They call it every morning. And then look at this beautiful picture. That's the same grounds where I took this picture, where they were beautiful palm trees and just beautiful space right next to the ocean. For me, it meant the end of slavery, the end of people being used that way, the beauty of making this place that was hardship for people into a celebration place for some. What do you see? So we see things depending on our experiences and by our thought processes, but you can also see the good. I looked at that place and I'm like, I could see nature that was so powerful to me. So you think about what you might see, what others might see, and what God sees. And that's a powerful concept. How one picture can hold both pain and beauty depending on your perspective. And this reminds me of a story in the Bible in First Samuel 16 verse 7, when God told Samuel, no, the Lord does not look at the things people look at. People look at the outward appearance, but the Lord look at the heart. So while others may only see the weakness, God sees the fight. While some may only notice the wounds, God sees the healing. He sees purpose even in pain. That, my friends, when God sees your purpose, that's everything. So I encourage you today, the next time you look at a photo of yourself, maybe of the past, your present, look a little deeper. Don't just see what's missing, see what's becoming. You are more than the struggle you've been through. You are proof of grace in motion. You are proof of triumph. So, what do you see? And more importantly, what does He see? So, if this encouraged you, share it with someone who needs a new perspective, a new picture to their old look, a new beginning, a new becoming. Let's start looking through the eyes of hope. Thank you, and bye now.